Where is your confidence going? Have you ever stopped and asked yourself that question? Because the truth is, most people are not lacking confidence. They are just focusing on the wrong things. They are focusing on their past mistakes, their fears, their comparisons, and everything they think is missing in their life. Confidence doesn't disappear overnight. It slowly leaks away when your focus stays in the wrong place for too long. Let me ask you something important. Where do you spend most of your time mentally? In the past, in the future, or in the present? Most people live in their past. They replay old failures, old embarrassment, old rejection. And every time they do that, they tell their brain, "This is who I am." And some people live only in the future. They worry, they overthink, they are afraid of what might happen. They say, "I'll be confident when I achieve this." But that day never comes. Very few people truly live in the present, and that's where confidence actually lives, because confidence is not about what happened yesterday. Confidence is not about what might happen tomorrow. Confidence is about what you decide right now. There are two worlds you live in every single day: the external world and the internal world. You cannot control the external world. You can influence it, yes, but you cannot control people, situations, or outcomes. What you can control is your internal world, your focus, your meaning, your actions, and confidence is built inside, not outside. Most people are trying to feel confident by changing the outside: more money, more praise, more validation, more likes, more approval. But confidence doesn't come from outside rewards. It comes from internal decisions. You decide what things mean. You decide where your focus goes. You decide what action you take. When you control these three things, confidence starts growing naturally. One of the biggest confidence killers is focusing on what you can't control. People spend years upset about things they have no power over. What someone said, what someone did, what someone thinks, and the more you focus on that, the weaker you feel. Confidence grows when you focus on what is in your control: your effort, your discipline, your consistency, your character. Here is a truth most people don't like to hear. Self-confidence is not something you are born with. Self-confidence is something you earn. You don't earn confidence by positive thinking alone. You don't earn confidence by repeating affirmations all day. You earn confidence by doing difficult things consistently. Think about it. Why do you respect certain people? Is it because they talk about confidence, or because they have proven to themselves that they can handle challenges? Confidence is built in private, not in public. You get rewarded in public for what you practice in private. People look at confident individuals and say they are gifted, they are special, they are different. But what they don't see is the work behind the confidence. Just like a great athlete looks effortless during a game, but behind that effortlessness are thousands of hours of practice. Confidence works the same way. Every time you do something hard, something uncomfortable, something meaningful, you make a small deposit into your confidence bank. And every time you avoid responsibility, avoid discomfort, avoid effort, you make a withdrawal. Over time, your confidence level reflects your habits. Another powerful truth is this: you cannot be grateful and fearful at the same time. You cannot be grateful and angry at the same time. Fear and anger destroy confidence. Gratitude rebuilds it. When you are grateful, your nervous system calms down, your body relaxes, your mind becomes clearer. That's why confident people are not always loud. They are calm. They don't panic easily. They don't overreact. They trust themselves. Confidence is not arrogance. Confidence is inner stability. One of the easiest ways to start rebuilding confidence is by changing your focus. In every moment, something is wrong, and in every moment, something is right. Your brain will always find what you ask it to look for. If you focus on what's missing, you feel weak. If you focus on what you have, you feel strong. This doesn't mean ignoring problems. It means choosing intelligent focus. Another mistake people make is thinking confidence comes from being perfect. It doesn't. Confidence comes from knowing you can handle imperfection. People with real confidence still feel fear. They still feel doubt. They still feel pressure. The difference is they don't let those feelings stop them. They act anyway. And action is the fastest confidence builder. Even small actions matter. Keeping a promise to yourself, waking up when you said you would, finishing what you start, speaking honestly, doing the work when no one is watching. These small actions build self-trust, and self-trust is the foundation of confidence. If you don't trust yourself, no amount of praise from others will fix that. Another important point many people misunderstand: being hard on yourself is not always bad. What's bad is being cruel to yourself. There is a difference. Being disciplined is healthy. Beating yourself up is destructive. When you constantly compare yourself to others, you drain your energy. Everyone has a different path, different timing, different struggles, different goals. Comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's highlights will always hurt your confidence. Instead of asking, "Why am I not like them?" ask, "What is my next step?" Confidence grows when you focus forward, not sideways. One of the most powerful ways to build confidence is to care about something bigger than yourself. When your life is only about you, every failure feels heavy, every mistake feels personal, every criticism feels painful. But when you serve something bigger than yourself, you stop overthinking yourself. Your energy shifts outward. That's why people who dedicate themselves to a mission, a purpose, or helping others often have strong confidence. They are not obsessed with themselves, they are obsessed with contribution. And contribution creates meaning, meaning creates energy, energy creates confidence. This is also why motivation based on anger or fear doesn't last. At first, anger can push you, fear can push you, but push motivation has limits. Eventually, you get tired. The strongest confidence comes from pull motivation, when something meaningful pulls you forward, when you wake up with a reason, when you feel called, not forced. That kind of confidence doesn't burn out, it grows over time. And remember this, life is not happening to you, life is happening for you, but you must choose to see it that way. Painful experiences can either weaken you or strengthen you. The difference is not what happened, the difference is how you use it. Many of the strongest people you admire were shaped by difficulty. They didn't avoid pain, they learned from it. Confidence is not the absence of struggle. Confidence is knowing you can survive struggle. Fear is not your enemy. Overthinking is not your enemy. Self-doubt is not your enemy. They are signals. Fear appears when you are about to grow. Overthinking appears when you care too much about control. Self-doubt appears when you haven't yet proven something to yourself. The problem is not feeling these emotions. The problem is letting them decide your actions. Confident people feel fear too, they just don't obey it. Most fear comes from focusing on the future. What if I fail? What if I look stupid? What if it doesn't work? But confidence lives in the present. Ask yourself one simple question. What is the next small action I can take right now? Not the perfect action, not the big action, just the next small one. Action breaks fear. Overthinking happens when your mind has too much space and no direction. The cure is movement. Move your body, move your hands, move toward action. Even imperfect action is better than perfect thinking. Self-doubt fades when you collect evidence. Every time you do what you said you would do, you create proof. Proof that you can trust yourself. You don't need confidence to act. You need action to build confidence. Stop waiting to feel ready. Ready comes after you begin. Also, stop trying to eliminate fear. Learn to walk with it. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is choosing forward movement despite fear. Finally, remember this. Your thoughts are not facts. Your emotions are not commands. You are the one who decides. When you focus on what you can control, your effort, your honesty, your consistency, fear loses its power. And slowly, quietly, confidence takes its place. Real confidence is not loud. It doesn't need attention. It doesn't need approval. Real confidence is quiet certainty. It comes from knowing who you are, what you stand for, and what you are willing to work for. Confidence is not about becoming someone else. It is about becoming more of who you already are. You don't need to erase your past. You don't need to fix everything at once. You don't need to be fearless. You just need to be consistent. Every day, ask yourself one question. Did I do something today that moved me forward? Not something big, not something perfect, just something honest. Confidence grows when you keep promises to yourself. It grows when you choose effort over excuses. It grows when you stop playing the victim and take responsibility for your life. When you stop trying to prove yourself to others and start building yourself quietly, confidence becomes natural. And when your confidence comes from within, no one can take it away. So take the step, do the work, stay focused, and most importantly, trust yourself, because real confidence is built, not given.